第6页文意选填，微小改变，翻转人生。
Small changes that can transform your life. In his book, Atomic Habits, author James Clear outlines a systematic method for self-improvement. Rather than highlighting achieving goals, he stresses the importance of small, incremental gains. This is where the concept of atomic comes from, since atoms are the smallest units of matter known to humankind. Clear argues that by striving for tiny, sustained improvements in any endeavor, success is inevitable. Clear points out a number of problems that people typically encounter when setting goals for themselves. One of these is that reaching a goal only accomplishes a momentary change in people. Once the goal is attained, people often resume their old bad habits. Take dieting, for example. When people reach their target weight, they normally return to their former eating habits and put the weight back on. He also claims that having long-term goals limits people's happiness, since they are always trying to pursue an end result and not focusing on the moments leading up to that result. Any setbacks along the way, therefore, can be very disheartening. Instead of being goals-oriented, Clear's approach to improvement emphasizes tiny gains of just 1% each day. Such minor improvements are virtually unnoticeable. If you run 1 kilometer in 6 minutes, for example, a 1% improvement would total less than 4 seconds. Over time, however, these gains add up to a considerable degree. Daily improvements of 1% over an entire year add up to a total gain of almost 38%. That would take your 1 kilometer running time down to less than 4 minutes. Clear argues that this tactic is much more realistic for most people than simply setting a goal of reducing their running time by over 1/3. The same can be said for people trying to lose weight. If this system makes sense to you, you may want to consider picking up a copy of Atomic Habits and learning more today.